I just got a new background, so it's a little bit nicer, right? Anyway, hello everyone, Jeshav here. Today let's talk about October 2019 new release G-Shock watches. I have it on my phone over here. Only 9 models altogether. You could visit G-Shock Japan website to have a look at all these photos. And talking about October, or the number 10, all of these models on this list, including all those upcoming models, will have 10% tax added to the price, which I'll be mentioning afterwards. So brace yourself. G-Shock will be a little bit more expensive than they already is. So let's talk about the cheapest one on the list, the DW-5600SB in 3 new colorway: blue, green, and red. The blue and red version will have semi-transparent band and bezel, whereas the green one will have full clear transparent. I know that Casio are late on this trend, but at least they tried their best and they did release a really interesting colorway here, guys. So I appreciate them a lot, and also for the fact that they didn't increase the price at all. All of these 3 models will cost you 12,000 Japanese yen, which I'm sure will be around probably less than 100 bucks. So you don't have to worry about that. If you like the colorway, then go ahead get them. If you don't, then just skip this model altogether. I'm not sure if I were to get one or not, but after looking at all of the other models on this list, I gotta say this is the most affordable one on the list, and I'm probably gonna get the black and green one because it features this channel main color theme, right? So moving on to other models on the list, which is a little bit more expensive on the middle side, which is the GSD B200, the carbon core G-Steel G-Shock watch. One thing I need to say about G-Steel is that they are very good. I originally buy this GSD B100 just for review. I don't think I'll be keeping the watch at all, but after making the review, wearing it for a good couple of days, I end up keeping this because of how good it is. And this new GSD B200, despite being an analog digital, it will also feature a smaller size. So if you don't like this one, if you think this one is bigger, why not have a look at the GSD B200? I've seen them in the flesh, and I gotta say they look a lot better in person in comparison to how they look like on this website. So if possible, try to look at them in stores before you make your final decisions. Quite the opposite goes for the Square. Just now I've seen real photos of them, and I don't think they look as good as they are from this website. So it's pretty tricky. Anyway, we'll have 3 new colorway for the GSD B200, navy blue and rose gold, clean look, very nice. And other 2 will be a GSD B200X with carbon bezel on top, black and blue and black and gold. This carbon bezel model will also come equipped with what I call sapphire glass, very similar like the carbon bezel G-Steel 100 series as well. So that explains the 300 bucks extra price on that model, even though the function are just the same. So if you could accept that complicated look, and also if you want sapphire glass instead of mineral glass, get this carbon fiber model. But for me personally, I think I'm gonna pass on all 3. They look good, the price is great, but I prefer the original silver and black or the full black GSD B200 instead of all these fancy colors. After looking at them, you know what, I gotta say, I'm sticking with the basics one. They are cheaper, they are easy to get, and I think they look better. Anyway, moving on to other model which I think will fit better with carbon bezel, and that being the MTGB 1000. Do you know that this year is MTGB 1000, was it 20th anniversary, right? I made a video before talking about, let's see now if I could take it in. I have it over here, right? All right, this is it. This is the one of the MTG model that I reviewed before. What it could do is that it could only tells you time. That's it. It is a full analog MTG vintage watch, full metal mixed with resin. And the problem with this is that over time this resin part will crack. So that applies to most models as well, but in this case it's already cracked. And well, even though the module still lasts over the years, like almost 2 decades old now, but that resin part didn't. But now Casio are using carbon fiber bezel instead of resin, so I hope this will last us a lot longer, quite literally a lifetime, I gotta say that. And we are getting 2 new colorway, black and blue and black and red. The black and blue will have the sapphire dome glass crystal, which is nice. Same goes with the black and red, but it only gonna have a resin band, whereas the black and red version will have a bracelet, which I like a lot. You can see that I have a black and red G-Shock over here, a black and red GWRB 1000, which also have similar construction as this MTG model, except the shape is different. This one will have a little bit more rugged appearance because of all the sharp edges. This one is a bit more round in shape. So if you like this kind of watch, go with this GWRB 1000 for simpler look, or if you want to have the rugged appearance, get the MTGB 1000 XPD. It will cost you 135,000 Japanese yen. If I'm not mistaken, 10,000 yen, a little bit higher than this GWRB 1000, which is not a lot, but you do get bracelet instead of a full resin band like this one. I'm not complaining, but I gotta say the price is a bit high, but for a limited edition, for something that is very, very tough, lightweight, very solid, very reliable, why not get this thing instead? And if you don't like it, it's gonna be very easy for you to sell it back and get a huge portion of your money back, and then you could swap to other models, probably the cheaper ones, and good to go. Okay, but if I have the cash, which I didn't right now, but if I do, instead of getting the MTG, I'll be straight away jump to get the GWFD 1000 ARR, the Antarctic Research Remote Operated Vehicle, the ROV, in collaboration with Tokyo Marine Science and Technology, Tokyo University of Marine Science and Technology, and also the collaboration which is Institute of Polar Science something, and they are using this watch as a tool, and that tells some things about this model. The fact that it is very reliable in any harsh environment, in this case cold water in Antarctic, and they are using this watch as the compass for navigation for the ROV and also for depth sensor, and I'm sure they could use the thermometer reading as well if they wanted to, which is very, very nice since this watch indeed has triple sensor built in, and it is reliable, it is really tough, and also the watch band will come equipped with carbon fiber sheets insert with an incredibly solid lug structure, meaning even if they plug the watch on the outside of the rover, you could rest assured that that watch not gonna go anywhere. That's how reliable this model is, and that also changed how people view Frogman G-Shock watch. Up to this day, nobody thinks that you'll need a 200-meter water resistant G-Shock, because no diver, no human being could go below that depth. I mean, human could only withstand around 50 to 80 meters underneath sea level, and this watch just changed the game. This watch just shows that you need that 200-meter for this kind of a purpose, because they are not just to be worn on wrist, but to be put on as a tool on, in this case, submarine rover, which is incredible. It changed how people view diver watch, and in this case Frogman G-Shock watch. And also, you don't need the ability to measure oxygen tank in this, because you're not gonna use it as so, and the price is, I gotta say, very, very nice. Not necessarily to be this black and red. I mean, this one is expensive. You could get the basic one, the black and blue, or the all black version, which will cost you half than the price of this, so there's really nothing to complain here. I really love this GWFD 1000 purely because of that message it sent, and also the perception of G-Shock Frogman watch in the upcoming future. So out of all 9 models, without saying, the GWFD 1000 is my favorite. Second pick would be the MTGB 1000, and I guess that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this new release model. Which one will you get though? I'm just curious. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is Jay Shah, and